Last week, Keke Palmer announced that her beloved TV show True Jackson BP was getting a reboot, and obviously fans were beyond excited, but now her former co-star Robbie Amell talked about a potential reboot, and it doesn't sound too promising. What's up, y'all? It's Amell and it's Junior back here with Clevver News, bringing you all the latest news updates that you need to know, and we have to talk about this reboot or lack thereof. In case you missed it, last Tuesday, Keke Palmer posted that her Nickelodeon show True Jackson BP will be back on air next year. She posted her TikTok on Twitter with the caption saying, quote, "Congrats, another reboot, y'all made this happen." And the TikTok is a video of her dancing to the True Jackson BP theme song and said, quote, "When they canceled True Jackson BP prematurely just to reboot it in 2021. Keke also retweeted her co-star Danielle's response to her post that said, quote, "Keke, your brilliant song for our opening credits always and still makes me tear up a little. Amanda approves of your idea for a True Jackson BP reboot, but she disapproves of your robot. As you know, she prefers ballroom dance moves." Obviously, this all sent fans into a frenzy. People were replying to Keke's tweet saying things like, "Keke, you for real? That is my childhood, yes!" And this better not be a joke. Others even chimed in with suggestions for the reboot, like this fan who said, "Okay, but if this is real, I hope it's more like mature audiences like Insecure, because True is a grown woman now." And this is extra exciting because there has been so much reboot and reunion news lately, like with Demi Lovato reuniting with the cast of Sunny with the Chance and Ariana Grande chatting with the cast of Victorious, but those were just Zoom reunions. This is real talk of a real full-blown reunion.
And I'm just so excited to see everybody again and to work with everybody again.
Well, apparently it isn't as set in stone as Keke made it seem with her original post. Her former True Jackson co-star Robbie Amell recently opened up about the reboot, and he doesn't seem as confident that it was happening as Keke did. We'll get into everything he said, but before we dive in, don't forget to subscribe to Clevver News if you haven't already, and click that bell so you never miss out on any breaking news updates. Alright, so if you were a diehard True Jackson fan back in the day, you know the series premiered back in November 2008. It went on for only 3 seasons before it ended in August of 2011. It was the end of an era, and many fans agreed with Keke that it was canceled too soon. So we were all surprised and excited when Keke announced the reboot news, but unfortunately her cast members were also surprised and a bit caught off guard. According to Bustle, it seems like Keke was joking about a reboot being in the works at Nickelodeon, but that doesn't mean she and her co-stars aren't into the idea of bringing True Jackson BP back for real. While Robbie Amell revealed that he only learned about the news as people were talking about it online, he said that he would be really excited to get the crew back together. He told Entertainment Tonight that, quote, "I was learning about it as people online were learning about it, and then me and Keke and Ashley and Matt were all kind of texting back and forth like, this would be really fun, this would be awesome." So I don't know if there's any real truth to it right now, but I would definitely jump back in. I love that show, and you know, it was one of my first real jobs in LA. And in case you forgot, Robbie played Jimmy Madigan, True's love interest in the show. And while Robbie isn't certain the reboot is happening, he did spill some tea on where he thought his character Jimmy would be today. He said, "Jimmy was always a little bit of a mess. I feel like things aren't probably going to be stellar for him, but with that being said, maybe it's the opposite. You know, maybe things are just really great for Jimmy now. I feel like he's the type of guy who would like accidentally win the lottery or something." And then Robbie revealed what he thinks would have happened between him and True. He said, "I feel like you either go one of two ways. Either Jimmy and True are still together or they find each other again in the show, which I think either one would kind of be interesting and cool. But I think there has to be that romance there still because it wasn't over on the show." And he's totally right. I know True and Jimmy's relationship is something I would totally be tuning in to see how it turned out in a reboot. But I want to know what you guys think about all of this. Do you think a reboot is really happening and Robbie just isn't in the loop, or do you think Keke spoke too soon? Let me know down in the comments below and get that conversation started. And Keke isn't the only one swirling up reboot rumors. Earlier this month, Lindsay Lohan teased a Mean Girls reboot with the original cast and producers. I know that's another reboot I would love to see. If you want more on the possible Mean Girls reboot, click right over here for another Clevver News video. I'm Amell and it's Junior with Clevver News. Bye guys.